Really nice paper.
I'll call to order this regular meeting of the Lisle Park District Board of Commissioners today, Thursday, April 17th at 7 p.m. Dan, can I get a roll call?
Yes, Commissioner Tapella,
Here.
Commissioner Altpeter,
Here.
Commissioner Hummel,
Here.
President Wessel.
Here. Stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Are you going to say, Commissioner Dombrowski?
Commissioner Dombrowski is absent.
Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Presentations, Dan?
Yes,
Whoever.
acknowledgement of outgoing commissioners, Wessel and Hummel. I've got, I think it's been customary as I'd like to bring us down memory lane. If that's okay. So indulge for.
Hopefully they're good memories, pleasant memories.
Yeah, there are a couple things that you may not hear in this list, but that's okay. So 2021, when you guys were on, that was the first board without Don Cook in quite a long time. We were just coming out of COVID. We were doing outdoor fitness classes because remember, COVID was still nipping at our heels there. We had the first of the July 3rd fireworks event. We started our adult cup in hand kickball league, which I really thought was not a great idea, but I was proven wrong. And that's still going strong today. Of course, we were adapting special events to comply with COVID. The community park boat launch was that ribbon cutting. We had the Rot Creek erosion control or erosion repair project. And in 21, we reopened the senior center after being closed for a little over a year. 2022 began the Arborview Park renovations, began the strategic master plan development, Creation Academy summer camp started. We reintroduced a semi-permanent pickleball court at the rec center. We instituted new program registration software, Civic Rec, on April 1st. We also started using a new human resource information system, Bamboo HR. We did some drainage improvements, Community Park Softfield number 5 that year. And Community Park outdoor fitness equipment was added on to that year as well. 2023, we completed and adopted the strategic master plan, and that remains top of mind. And I thank all of you for your support in that, in not only okaying it, but going through it and making it a priority for us, because it's a terrific document that we use pretty much every day. Continued camp growth with Camp Summer Quest, Creation Academy, Fishing Camp. We began design work on the Tate Woods Park renovations. We received the Chicago Region Trees Initiative Urban Forestry Award. And big thing that still is really paying off today, we modified the Recreation Department staffing structure to optimize resources based on the strategic master plan recommendation. And we put the little free sled library at Kingston Park, if you remember that thing that's still going strong. 2024, we did our closed community park fitness. We entered into a memo of understanding with Downers Grove for reciprocal use of each other's fitness center and pool, respectively. Began board meeting recording, video recording board meetings. River's Edge and Estates at River's Edge subdivision parks were confirmed and dedicated or given to the park district. Beaubien Park, new playground, surfacing, outdoor fitness equipment, and surfacing for the swings coming later this year. The sports camp was implemented. Camp registration increased 25% that year from 2023. We expanded early childhood services with a new full-day preschool, enrichment options, kids' night out, and a ton more over there. Again, as a result of the restructuring of that department, allowed certain staff to just bring their talents on full display. Athletic offerings have also increased to align with strategic master plan recommendations. Nature programs, we're doing more of those every year. We've expanded the use of patron surveys, completed the Tate Woods Park renovations with the help of $626,000 in outside funding. Completed the pool's existing conditions analysis and You also awarded the indoor recreation space feasibility study. And then in 2025 so far, it's already been a busy year, but we began the feasibility study, completed the BNSF protective canopy project in the back corner of the park, which looks great, by the way, if you haven't been over there. We renewed our intergovernmental agreement with School District 202, authorized the skate park equipment replacement project, and began Community Park South Shelter replacement project. And John, what is that? What is our camp registration so far? Do you know approximately, just
Yeah, I have it.
it further demonstrates the need?
Yeah, so we're currently 11% higher than this time last year. So that's a total of 2,841 campers. So on a weekly basis right now, that's 284 campers per week that we're responsible for. And there's still some space in some of the camps, but a lot of them are reaching capacity at this time. So numbers will only go up as we get closer to the start of the season.
Yeah, perfect. And that was all. That's really all the 5 of you did. That was fun. But
4 of us.
really, I, on behalf of staff, we really appreciate your commitment, time, all the dedication you put in. I know we haven't always agreed on everything, but the discussions have always been robust. Direction has been very helpful. And so we'll miss having you here, but I also I'm not convinced we won't see you around quite a bit. So, but really appreciate your commitment, and thank you very much. Best of luck moving forward with whatever that has for you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, and last thing, it's customary for us to plant a tree or plant a park bench. So we can I'll follow up with each of you to see if you've got a preference, and bench or tree and a park location, a mutual agreeable spot to put either one of those things. So that's exciting too, I think. We like it. I walked Community Park and was looking at all the former commissioner trees and a couple park benches, and thinking we're going to have a couple more here, hopefully. So doesn't need to be in Community Park though either.
Well, appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Okay. All right, moving on to public comments. Before I just read the long rules, I'll ask, is there any public comments? Okay, all right, seeing none. Yeah, we'll move on. I will entertain a motion to approve the meeting agenda.
I move to approve the meeting agenda as submitted for Thursday, April 17th, 2025.
Second.
Any discussion? All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed?
No.
All right, motion passes.
I'll move this.
Okay.
I move to approve consent agenda items A and B, tabling C until a future time as such as the development is actually completed.
Second.
Any discussion? Dan, can I get a roll call vote?
Sure. Commissioner Altpeter,
Aye.
Commissioner Tapella,
Aye.
Commissioner Hummel,
Aye.
President Wessel.
Aye, motion passes. All right, communications are submitted in our packet. Any conversation? Unfinished business, there is none. New business, there is none. Staff reports. Community Park South Shelter. Dan, anything you want to?
No, the only thing to add is we have a pre-application meeting scheduled with DuPage County and our civil engineer and architect next Thursday, I think it's a week from today. At which time we'll get hopefully a much clearer understanding of what the requirements are going to be. And then, like the report says, the engineer and architect will be able to refine their cost estimate, and we'll have a better idea of overall scope.
Do you think you'll get the answer of for the compensatory damage, that meeting, or to take, so
I hope so. Yeah. Yeah.
they're like, okay, we'll look at it and give you an answer in a week or
They
two?
might, but I think with Mike from Sem County we work with, he's pretty adamant about certain things. So I think we'll get, I'd expect we'll get some feedback one way or another that we'll know. You know, if nothing else, I would hope they say, well, yeah, it's possible, but maybe they'll have to verify the quantity or the volume. So we'll see. You'll hear right away, I guess. I'll put that.
Right.
All right, any other conversation? All right, indoor recreation space feasibility study. Dan submitted this nice memo. Dan, anything you wanted to add to it?
No, I don't think so. It's that written report is still current.
Moving right along to department updates. They're submitted in our packet here. Any conversation?
No, I did, John, though, what you just had said made me think of a question. So you said we currently have 841 campers. What is the actual capacity on a weekly basis for all the camp programs combined?
Oof.
I don't know. That's okay. You don't
I
have
might
to
know.
shoot me an
Well,
email.
I can get that for you.
Yeah.
but-
I just
so
was out of
Camp
curiosity.
Summer Quest is our largest one with 180 at our capacity. And then we have Sports Camp, which can go up to 50, Gentle Learning Preschool, 40-ish. And then our Teen Camp is another one that's maxed out almost most of our weeks, and that's at Wood Glen Park, and that's at 40 right now per week. And then what's the last one I'm forgetting? Creation Academy, also about 50, but we can go higher if we need it. It's all dependent on staff, but Erica Weiss, manager of some of those camps, she pointed out that we have 24 counselors lined up to work at Camp Summer Quest, and it was a couple of decades ago now, but when she first started working there was only 8. So that program's obviously grown many
Obviously.
times over since that time, but yeah, I can definitely send those.
Yeah, I
numbers.
just was curious.
C-SPA report is in our packet. Any conversation? Officer reports, we're gonna take a little bit of a audible here and go slightly out of order. Superintendent Silver, I'll go first to you.
All of our money is either FDIC insured or fully collateralized. The golf course had spring opener on Saturday, sold out. Course is looking beautiful and moving along very well. Everything right now is kind of status quo to what March generally is year over year. So nothing really, no big discrepancies or anything like that.
Here, let's do it in order. Terry, any comments?
Just wanted to mention, I had the pleasure of attending the adult Easter egg hunt, which was a blast. It was really well organized. We brought a bunch of friends with us who had never attended the event either. Everyone had really positive feedback. It was a lot of fun. We got lucky that it was cold, but not rainy or disgusting. So that was wonderful. So thank you guys for putting that on. And then also just a comment to Commissioners Dombrowski.
Oh,
Sorry, Russell and Hummel. You guys have been amazing to work alongside. I really appreciate coming in as a new commissioner. It's a little daunting, right? Not really knowing what to expect and not knowing how everything's going to mesh and all that with the board. And you guys were not only welcoming, I think you were really open to understanding that, there's some things that people have to learn when they come on board, and you've been really great. And I really enjoyed working alongside both of you guys in this as well. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Karen? Yeah.
I guess just in commissioner reports, I would like to know what follow up with the discussion that we had last month. I'm just wondering if I could get an update where we had talked about, we'd outlined a schedule for the restaurant. And I was just wondering if we could if I could just get a follow up on that.
Sure, yeah. Well, as we know, Bellanote was in default of their license agreement due to bounce checks and missed payments. And last month, the Park District agreed to their request to cure the default through deferred payment. But unfortunately, within a matter of a couple of weeks, they were in default again. So per the license agreement and the Park District's correspondence to them accepting their cure strategy, the Park District terminated the agreement on this Tuesday, as we know. Staff's plans for the restaurant moving forward are to scale it way, way back, to not do, I think that's it, with individual conversations I think each of us have had, everyone's in agreement to bring it back and not do a full service restaurant and bar anymore. And I will say that staff is going to give you a very big thank you for that. I think Commissioner Hummel probably put it best that we've had 3 different opportunities, 3 different type of approaches, and all 3 have failed. So I think it's a wise move to scale it back. So our thoughts today, and I think we've had some conversations, Superintendent Pratcher and I, with a couple of groups who have contacted us wanting to know if they can still have access to the space because they've made some arrangements with Bellanote, and obviously they're no longer there. So our idea is to keep the dining room closed most of the time and leave it available for events, rentals. And to that point, that's when I was talking, John and I have had conversations today with two groups who are going to do that. We'll charge them a room rental fee. Our intent would be to have a bartender at all times, and then also for these events. So any of these room rentals, they would be, the onus would be on them to get a caterer, and then the Park District would rent them the space and we'd provide bar service. Otherwise, the dining room would be closed and the food options at the bar, again, in our vision would be to work with hopefully a couple local food purveyors or caterers to provide us maybe with some fresh sandwiches, fresh salads, things like that. Maybe hopefully maybe once or twice a week just to keep things fresh, but not have any kind of full menu whatsoever. Hopefully something that, again, that the one bartender would be able to manage him or herself. I've explained that to a couple of people. A lot of us have been over at the golf course every day this week. And a lot of there's, of course, it's a buzz going around there. So we've had, I think each of us have had a lot of conversations with golfers and with staff. And when that strategy is explained to them, what I just explained to you all, everyone seems to be very excited about the opportunity. So again, we may lose something without the full service go at it, but we'll have a lot more control over the customer experience and cater more fully to the golfer. So we're excited about it. It's certainly a bump in the road, and it's unfortunate that Bella Notte didn't work out, but like we do, we try to adapt and pivot, and we've got a good plan moving forward. And I think we're really excited about the opportunities that lie ahead.
Just very disappointing, especially because we had granted that deferment last time and came up with that structure, and that it was basically, the agreement was broken within days afterward. So that's very disappointing that we acquiesced and did that. We reluctantly agreed to that. And so that's why I wanted that. Do we need to bring that up at a future meeting? Where to go forward on the lease that we had in place? That has
Yes.
the defaulted lease. I mean, do we need to discuss that going forward and put that on? Will staff handle that? I just wanted to know kind of what's the direction of that?
I'd recommend that the board next month have a closed session to discuss a move forward strategy there.
Okay. Can we,
As we know, there's not only the license agreement, but there's a personal guarantee that was signed as well.
correct.
So the board will have, the next board, I guess, will have a decision to make on that.
So, okay, so then you'll add a closed session to the next
Yes.
meeting.
Yep. Thanks for asking them. I'm glad that came up.
I was just curious. Yeah.
Anything else, Carrie? No.
I think that's it. I think that's enough. Feels weighty enough. Yeah.
Tom?
Well, this is the last meeting, so thank you for the going down the
Great.
list of stuff we've done in the last 4 years. There's even things I forgot. It's funny thinking about COVID coming out of that, so kind of forgot about that. I know a couple of the things and I know was mentioned on the list that I'm kind of, the things I was most proud of was the Tate Woods project. Right out of the box, we went to the Abbeywood Park, and I know we were at the community engagement, I guess you would call for that. The video recording of the park board meetings is probably the one I like the most, and obviously I'm looking forward to the River's Edge subdivision, those parks. And it's kind of cool. Actually, I drove through there on the weekend, so they're making progress. So I think I'm sure going to really kick it in gear here in the summertime. So, yeah. And I think I probably set the record for most no votes in Park District history. Maybe all of Lisle, if you take my tenure from the library board too.
I think, can I add to that? Probably the most questions on board packets too.
Yeah. I did my homework, at least.
Maybe we have a new list.
If you want, I could still look at the packet and send you a
Oh,
question.
geez, look.
Oh, I think you still are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm disappointed how the restaurant turned out. I mean, it's tough out there though, too, in fairness to everybody, but as long as the restaurant never is brought back in-house, hopefully you won't see me again. And good luck to the rest of the board, the new commissioners coming on. Good luck. There's a lot of things to look forward to. I know they've got potential rec center, so see how that goes. I'm pretty sure that's probably going to be a ribbon cutting in a couple of years, so we'll see. But yeah, hope to see you guys around. But thanks. It was a good 4 years.
Was.
I hope I wasn't too much of a problem.
We'll talk after the.
Yeah. I just wanted to say thanks to Tim and Tom. It was really great working with you on the board. It was great getting to know both of you a little bit better and, learning that while we had a lot of differences, it was, there were common grounds that we could find
Mhm.
and work together. And sometimes even, see each other's point of view and come up with a compromise. And so that was a really great, I think that was one of the best things that came out of this particular board. So thank you both for your service to us.
Yeah, and like I think I mentioned before, even when there's disagreements, it wasn't personal or anything. It was just, and like I said too, it was the pickleball years. That's
Yes.
there, the pickleball era. So, which I should.
Uh, yeah, I would say some of the same things that Tom did. It's been a fun 4 years. So I thank the board here. This has been fun getting to know you guys.
Mhm.
The way we work together has been always nice, right? Same thing. Congratulations, Wendy, Jeff. I wish you best of luck in your term here. It's crazy, but it's fun. So best of luck. Dan, Scott, John, Aaron, Sarah, the other leaders that I kind of interact with here monthly, thank you for being here. You're always responsive to questions. Makes this job a lot easier, just, your responsiveness. And then just staff at large who can't name them all, obviously, but, our interactions have always been nice, right? Whether parades, concerts, events, just whatever it is, every interaction I've had with the staff has been great. So, Lisle's better off because of their hard work, professionalism, all that. So please tell them that.
Will do.
Yeah, thanks to staff.
Thank you. And with that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Oh, motion to adjourn.
Second?
Yeah, you can.
All those in favor, signify by can I second? All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. It's my favorite part.
23 minutes.
We'll have to figure it out.